we are running for, what we are running for. Okay? So minimalism is a great lesson in life. Now we have 1 minute of silence. Please provide, give him the feedback on his speech. Yeah, so feedback has been shared to the members on their WhatsApp. The guests can reach out to the nearest member and scan the QR code. While filling the feedback, don't submit the form yet and keep writing the feedback for each speaker and submit that form in the end. Just let me know when 1 minute is over. Okay, so 1 minute is over.
Yes.
Now I would like to call upon our second speaker. Our second speaker is a very young person at heart. He holds BE and PGDA and he is a small worker in a big corporation. That's what he told me, but he is a big worker at a big corporation. So in his free time, he loves to watch movies and play cricket. He is a Toastmaster since 2016. Please welcome with a big round of applause, Toastmaster Prashant. Toastmaster Prashant is starting his Pathways journey, the new curriculum of Toastmasters. And as part of that, he is delivering his first speech, which is called Icebreaker in Presentation Mastery Path. His evaluator today is Toastmaster Ganesh. Toastmaster Ganesh, may I request you to please read out his speech objectives?
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhanu. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's my privilege to evaluate Toastmaster Prashant's speech today. And he is going to start his new journey again in Toastmasters. And he is going to introduce himself to the entire group. And his speech title is My Journey. And timer, please note the time would be 4 to 6 minutes. And in order for all of the member and guests, whenever we complete the speech, we need to stand and give him a standing ovation. With that, over to you,
Toastmaster Prashant, My Journey, Toastmaster Prashant.
Thank you. I think before starting this speech, I am really thankful to our President, Dipanshu, because I think I am delivering this speech almost after 3-4 years. So thanks Dipanshu for this, because of I am going to deliver this speech because of you. Shall we start? Good morning, namaskar. Hey young man, do you know the importance of 17 March? Then you are not fit for the Toastmaster Club. On 17 March afternoon, a young boy was born in Amravati district of Maharashtra. He was the first child of the parents. Despite that, his father came to see him late in the evening because his father felt that work is more important than to embrace the newborn child. When his mother asked his father, "Why did you come so late when you got the good news in the afternoon?" His father simply replied, "I was busy in the college." On the next day, when his grandmother came to see him in the hospital, she was shocked and furious when she had noticed that her grandson was born with 4 horns. She asked nurse to call the doctor immediately. When she saw the doctor, she shouted on her, "How come my grandson looked like an alien?" And also told the daughter-in-law, "What had you been eating from last 9 months?" She was relieved only when doctor told her that he was pulled out with forceps and in next 10 days he will be absolutely fine. Before leaving the hospital, she again taunted the doctor. I hope nothing had fallen from his head while pulling out the child. After 1.8 years, he was blessed with a younger brother. Again, his father gone to hospital after 24 hours because his father firmly believed that government agenda, that is, हम दो, हमारे दो, अब तीसरा ना हो. He completed his entire education from kindergarten to engineering college from the same town under the strict vigilance of his father. To get regular home outside feedback activities, his father ensured that his younger brother, so-called good boy, also studied in the same institute. He was a very naughty and mischievous boy and always preferred to sit last bench of the class. Many times teacher called his father in the class, even school, and they were used to ask only one question to his father: are they real brothers? Because your elder one is famous in the entire school, however, nobody is recognizing your younger one. After completion of graduation in early 90s, to get a job, especially in C class and D class cities, was difficult because of the recession. In the meantime, he started preparation for GRE examination and got an admission in a couple of US universities, but didn't get 100% scholarship because recession in the US. Moreover, his father was not ready to pay 50% of fee, that is amounting 2 lakhs rupees only, because his father felt that by paying 2 lakhs rupees, neither I will get money nor my son back to the India. Why should I pay? As he didn't have any option, he started with a career in a small organization with salary of $5. With a $500. After working on a reputed organization like ACC and F1s, he got an opportunity in India's top leading company called Reliance Industries Limited. In those days, if you get an opportunity in Reliance, then your parents feel that your son will become a mini Ambani. By keeping a reputation of the organization, his father started searching a bride for him. As per the Reliance theory, you don't need money to make a profit. His father also widened his area for suitable girl, not only in home states, but also in neighboring states. His dream to marry Madhuri Dixit shut her down when his father decided to get him married with a double graduate girl. After 10 years of experience and being a child of 2, he completed post-graduation and achieved the same education level of his wife. After working with more than 8 years with the Reliance, he got an opportunity to work in India's leading telecom company in 2005. In a globally reputed company, he working as playing a small role and position at very trivial designation and getting a minimal salary, but still happy with one wife and 2 kids. He believes only one thing: kar bhala so ho bhala, and the name of the person is. Thank you.
I love icebreakers. They are so inspiring and we get to learn so many things from our Toastmasters. Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. Now we will take 1 minute of silence to provide you feedback. 1 minute is over. Now let's move into the most interesting and fun session. Fun session for the audience and not so fun session for the speaker who are coming here. The table topic section. And for that, I would like to invite our very young Toastmaster to conduct table topics. Today we have a table topic master who is a Toastmaster since February 2022. He holds a BTech degree and he works as a product manager at Policy Bazaar. So even whenever you have some issues with your insurance policy, please reach out to him. His hobbies are spending time with his family. Please welcome with big round of applause Toastmaster Abhishek.
Hello everyone, my name is Abhishek. I am the table topic master for the today meeting. The table topic session considered to be one of the most thrilling sessions because in this session you learn a critical skill, thinking on your feet. You think and you speak. It is an unprepared speech. You have to come over on the stage. You will assign a topic, and in the next go you have to speak on that topic for the next 2 minutes. The total time allotted for this topic is 1 to 2 minutes, which means you have to speak minimum 1 minute to get qualified for the table topics contest, and maximum 2 minutes. Post that you will be given 30 seconds to concise your speech summary. This kind of session teach you to answer appropriate question during at inappropriate time or in inappropriate situation. Because in your daily life, what happens when you're talking with the friends, when you are in the corporate meetings, there are many questions that are being asked which are you unprepared for, and at that time this kind of skill help you to answer right answer for all kind of questions that are coming from different corners. So now I will say you some few rules that will look forward to be followed in the table topics. That is audio approach, where O stands for opinion. So you have to say regarding your opinion what you feel regarding that topics. Then when we have R, you have to give the reason for the opinion that you have stated. Then E, explain with example, and the last is opinion, where you have to say the opinion regarding your topics with concise summary. And now I would ask everyone, like how many of us like the cricket? Like the cricket match? Who watch the cricket match? Very few. Because my table topics like almost related to the cricket team, where I will give you one situation of the cricket match. Like when you watching the cricket match, there are various situations happen, and we feel that, and we think various things on that match, like our emotion come forward. So now I will ask you to come over there and based on the situation, you have to share your emotion on the stage to the people. So here is the one situation that for a table topics speech. So India is chasing 180 runs against South Africa in the T20, and we found that the first 2 wickets happened within 10 runs. So what is your emotion? What do you think at that time? Like when you look at the match and it's already 10 runs happened, 2 wickets happened in the first 2 overs, and India has done only 10 runs. So I will ask anyone to come over there and think and say what you feel at that time. So you have.
Thank you so much. First of all, I am a little pessimistic in most of the situations, but when it comes to India, I become over optimistic. If there are 2 wickets which have fallen, I'll think that maybe the third person who will come will play wonderfully and will help to chase the target. So that will still be in my mind. And if there will come a situation when 4 wickets have fallen, I'll have that in my mind. Then maybe the 5th fifth person does the wonder, maybe the sixth person does the wonder. So I never lose hope on India, and at times this passion of never losing hope does a wrong thing with me and I lose out on my money. So I am someone who played on Dream 11 and all these betting apps, and this optimistic approach has somehow led to my terrible financial situation. So I think this is something which is not working with me, but I am sure that I will not be able to be pessimistic in case of cricket. Yeah, but one thing which I can do, which I can approach is, I should not do betting maybe, that will help my financial situation. So thank you so much.
The next topics we have, like, it is the last over. India need 9 runs to win against Australia, and we have only 3 wickets left. Harjinder Singh is batting. So at that situation, what you feel? So I would wish Ankur to come over there and share your feeling on that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, unlike Vinod and other, I do not watch cricket. I'm sorry for the hardcore fans. But yes, this is the situation where India needs 9 runs and they have 3 wickets left and Harjinder Singh is batting. Wow, Harjinder is my favorite player because when he ball, so you know the googly he sang and the way he confused the batsman, but the similar phenomena, the similar skill, he has one ability to show the similar skill while batting also. If you throw 3 balls to him, I'm telling you, if you throw 3 balls to him in the first 2 balls, he will not do anything. And the bowler saying, oh, this is just a bowler, he will do nothing. And the 3rd ball, he will go 6. And this is what my feeling is at this particular moment. So Harjinder Singh is batting, we have 9 runs to chase, and India has 3 wickets left. So in my opinion, Harjinder Singh will do the same thing. He will not do anything on the first 2 balls, and in the 3rd ball he will
Hit the
hit the 6. Yes. So now we have only 3 runs to chase.
Yes.
Yeah. So nothing to surprise. And the 4th ball he will hit the 4 and we will win the match. So clap for India.
The third situation is like Virender Sehwag is playing 22 overs. Like we never saw the Virender Sehwag going about 10 overs, but he's playing at 22 overs and he's still on the ground. So what do you think, like at that situation? Like, Surinder.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, when I saw the name Virender Sehwag on screen, I picked my hand up so that I could speak it. Because this is one of my favorite players. If Virender Sehwag is at 22nd over, India definitely will win this match. This is a for sure. And India will be at a very good position. In his second over, Virender Sehwag completed his 150 run at least, I believe. And if on the other side strike, and if Dhoni is also at that end, then we will definitely make score more than 450, and it will become a history and break all the records. But I also want to an exciting match, not a one-sided match. So if we're playing against Australia, I'm assuming, not mentioned it. So assuming Australia is a good team and he will definitely make a good chase. But today's match not for the bowlers. Just believe for that. That's from my side. Thank you.
Now I will request the guests to come over the stage. So now we have one more scenario, like Sachin Tendulkar is at 99 and he need 1 run to score 100, and we have to solve at the bowling at the other side.
Yes.
So any guess?
Yes.
So you have first thing first, this is 99 team total. Sachin Tendulkar has just come on the screen. And H. Virender Sehwag once recounted in an interview that he was facing bouncers from Shoaib Akhtar one after the other, and he was unable to strike even one of them. And when Shoaib Akhtar comes onto his face and says, hit me, and Virender Sehwag says, in Hindi, I'll translate it later, बाप उधर खड़ा है ना, उसको डाल के देखो. Similarly, Sachin Tendulkar is back on the crease. In his characteristic style, he is facing Shoaib Akhtar. The fast and furious Rawalpindi Express is charging onto him. With fury in his eyes, the ball can become like a rocket, and he bounces a bouncer. First ball of Shoaib Akhtar, he slashes it over the point, and it's a huge six. India scores 100, and going forward, Sachin scores 100 yet again. That is Sachin Tendulkar of our time and of time for the future of Indian cricket. Shoaib Akhtar will come and go, but the slash over point will remain in our hearts forever. That 100 is not team's 100. That 100 is 100 of 125 crore people in India and countless outside of India as well. Thank you. So we have the next question, like we have 3 wicket down within 10 overs against New Zealand, and we found all levels coming to the crease. So it's happened, like we have a lot of belief on that. As in, so Sir Harjinder, like he is looking forward.
So we are in the situation that 3 wickets are down and Rahul Dravid has come. So if we know his nickname is the Wall, so he will play his own game with that characteristic patience, that he will show patience at least for next 10 hours, that he will not lose his wicket. But in the end, he will try to hit more fours but less sixes, and he will match at least 100 strike rate. That I am very sure, and he has done it in his career as an ODI batsman also. He has scored 10,000 runs, and I am very hopeful that he can do it this time also. And he has been very consistent in his ODI game also, as well as in Test. So I think even if 3 wickets are down, India still can get a good score with Rahul Dravid on the crease. Thank you.
So now I will request the new members to come on the platform on the next topics. Like Dhoni hit the 6 in the last ball against Sri Lanka World Cup 2011. It's 2011. Sorry.
I was waiting for this. Basically, I come from the same state and just near like 100 kilometers from his place. So the feeling was, I will say, like everyone in India has stand up at that moment of time when this 6 was hit. It was a moment, I will say, in like 20 years we get such a moment in very few times. And when we won it, it is not like a World Cup sort of success. We were feeling like we are on the top of the world at that moment of time. So this was a great experience for every individual who was in India, and also a story for a small town boy and getting a World Cup. Till that time we have seen all the World Cup champions were coming and had very good background. And this was a real story of new India, like everyone who is coming from a small town, having a big dream and want to grow and get success in their life. This is the story which was exemplified by Dhoni, and definitely the country has won the World Cup. That was the success. So that was the thing. Thank you.
So last one we have, I think, like Yuvraj Singh hit the ball in the sky, and Bretli is standing in the side of the boundary. So yeah, you can count. So you need to say the moment that what you think, whether the ball goes to the 6 or it will hand over to the rest.
Okay, so this is not clear what the situation is, right?
It is like a ball.
No, what the match situation is like. So I'm assuming it's the last ball of the World Cup 2027. We need 6 runs to win of the last ball, and Yuvraj Singh hits it in the air. Something like we saw in the 2007 2020 World Cup. The ball went up in the air, and everyone was thinking it's a 6, right? When Misbah hit it up in the air and it was almost a 6. Everyone was like, no. And then the ball seemed to fall in the ground. But this time, as it's India which is playing, I will be like, oh no, please don't fall inside. Because we humans are pessimistic beings, naturally, right? That things should not go back. So I am like, Britley, you've gotten so much love from India. You've been taught, given a movie, you've been given such a good welcome every time you come here. You love the Indian food. Please, even if it's falling inside, just do a volleyball flick and put it over the boundary so that India wins this match. So that's my feeling, and I'm sure if Yuvraj has hit the ball, it is going to 6. Thank you.
So that is from my side. So I will request from your side. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for bringing out our passion about cricket on these topics. 1 minute of silence. Please give feedback to Toastmaster Abhishek on his table topics. One minute is over. Now we move into the section 3 of our today's our meeting, which is the main agenda. We are going to conduct moments of truth. And to help us conduct our moments of truth, we have a very special guest. To introduce him, he is a Toastmaster since 2021. He is a graduate from the Delhi University. He works as a marketing consultant with Gartner. His hobbies or passions are reading about marketing and content creation. So please welcome with a big round of applause a very young Toastmaster and our all area director of area G3, Toastmaster Vinod.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhanu. So, a question. What do you do to improve your performance? So what are the ways you improve your performance?
Get feedback.
Feedback, reflections, continuous practice, performance review. So one thing which is said by most of us is feedback, performance review, maybe checking what we were doing earlier. So it has to do with what we were doing earlier, right? So same thing happens in our club as well. We want to improve the performance of our club. We want that every member gets the maximum out of all these meetings. So what we try to see how we are performing right now and what steps we can take to improve the performance. This thing is known as moments of truth. So today we are going to conduct moments of truth, and this happens once every 6 months. In this particular session, we will try to understand how we are moving forward right now and what steps we can take to improve. So let me tell you one thing, that in this particular session be as frank as you can, and whatever you think about the club, just convey about it. You don't need to think that, oh, this is my club, so I'm going to give it maximum marks and I'm not going to keep it 1 or 2. No, it's not like that. It is not something which will help us to get awards, but it is something which we are doing internally to improve our performance. So let's start the moments of truth. Okay, so you don't have the presentation. So unfortunately, we don't have the presentation, so I'll have to start from my mobile itself. So what is moments of truth? Moment of truth is a tool that enables sustained club quality through guided evaluation and targeted recommendations. So we'll do the evaluation and then we'll look forward to what all things we can do to improve the quality of the meetings and the performance of all those members who are here. Each moment of truth represents an opportunity for the club to create a positive impression. So there are multiple guests here. They have an impression about Toastmaster. There are people who have been the part of Toastmaster for, let's say, around 1 year. They have certain sort of impression. So we want to create a positive impression. And what all things we can do to create that positive impression. So that is what we are going to discuss today. So if I talk about a high quality club, what do you think about a high quality club? Which club will you call a high quality club? Sanyam?
Where all the members are well prepared with their roles, so that it becomes easier for somebody who is new to understand the format of the meeting and how the meeting will go. So, well prepared members who are executing it on the stage is definitely a must.
Great. Dipanshu, what do you think?
So a club which starts on time, ends on time.
Great timing
And value of Toastmasters.
great mission values are important. Any guess?
Participation from everything.
Engagement.
Participation.
Agreed. Participation from everyone. Any guest who would like to take the lead here? Somebody who has joined the club recently, maybe? Rupak?
Competition.
Healthy competition. Great.
Gets us out of comfort zone.
Agreed. So I tried to mix all these things and came up with 6 pointers. This is something which Toastmaster believe encourages and celebrates every member's achievement. So in Toastmaster we believe that if somebody has given some speech and if somebody has tried to move out of his comfort zone and given some wonderful speech, then we need to appreciate that person. Or maybe most of us or some of us have done wonderfully in our personal life, then we need to appreciate or maybe highlight that particular thing. That's how we build our point. Second thing, provide a supportive and fun environment. Public speaking is one of the most fierce thing for most of the people. So if we do not provide that fun and supportive environment, then it becomes very difficult. So the second pointer, third, offer a professionally organized meeting with variety. So professionalism should be there and variety should be there. Why variety? Because a meeting will become bland after a point of time if the same thing is happening again and again. Fourth, club officers are trained in all aspects of club quality. For the benefit of guests, there are 7 club officers who try to conduct the meeting in the best possible way, and these people are trained as well. So there is a training which happens every 6 months to tell these people how you need to conduct your role. Then members have access to a formal mentoring program. Every person who is the part of the club also has a mentor who will assist him in telling what kind of speech you need to deliver, how you need to deliver the speech, and all these things. And he'll give you the feedback in the meeting and after the meeting as well. If you want to get a maybe overcritical feedback, then you can reach out to your mentor and he can tell you, oh, these are the things you need to improve and these were the things you were doing great. Then members are provided evaluation that help them grow. So evaluation should be in such a way that members are empowered and they take right steps to grow. And one of the important thing is member are motivated to achieve their goals. So there are certain pathways, everybody is enrolled to a certain pathway, and there are certain levels in each path, and you have to clear all those levels. So members should be motivated to achieve all their pathways goals. So when anyone comes in contact with any aspect of Toastmasters, the person forms an impression based on experience at that particular time. These decisive times when initial impressions are formed are known as moment of truth. So that is what we are going to conduct today. So there are 6 main aspects which we are going to cover today, and which you will try to tell us how the club is performing on all those areas. First is first impression. Second is member orientation. Third is fellowship, variety and communication. Fourth, program planning and meeting organization. Fifth, membership strength. Sixth, achievement recognition. So let's discuss first impression. So if I talk about first impression, I am sure that all those people who are guests here, they have a certain sort of impression. Are they welcomed here? Were they introduced? Were they given due importance? So these are the ways by which they develop the first impression of the Toastmasters. Do we have a location which is a good location, convenient location? Is it a remote location? Then that should not happen. So this is our first pointer, which is first impression. Now let's talk about the second one, that is membership orientation. When you became the part of this club, you try to understand the Toastmaster in much more comprehensive way. You wanted to understand what are pathways, how we will give our speeches, who is going to help us in framing the speeches. So were all these things covered? Formal induction, including presentations, assignment of mentor, educational programs and recognition system discussed. So these were the things which are very important. Were these all discussed? Then the third thing is fellowship, variety and communication. Were the guests greeted warmly? Are the meeting enjoyable? Are you guys enjoying these meetings? And do we conduct all these meetings regularly, or do we take some gap? Or do we have participations in area, district and international events? So in Toastmaster we have events at every level. So we'll have a speech competition at club level, and then we'll have a speech competition at area level. Is our club representing at all those levels? It is also important. So it will also be covered in this particular program. And then comes program planning and meeting organization. So how we are planning our meetings? Are the meeting duly planned? Do we have the role players, or are we not sure who is the role player? So this is something which will be covered under this program. Then let's talk about membership strength. No matter how good the quality of the meeting is, until or unless we have a certain number, let's say around 20 members, will not be able to get maximum out of the meeting. When there are multiple individuals and they bring diversity and they bring different opinion, different viewpoints, that is the time we improve on our learnings. And finally, achievement recognition. So it is something which has to do with when people in our club are giving their speeches, they are kind of going through all the levels, then we have some sort of achievement. Are we filing all those achievements? It becomes important for the growth of club, and the club is recognized at the district levels. So these 6 parameters will be discussed right now. We'll form a team of 4 individuals.
We are almost
16 will be good. 6 forces 24.
Right.
So 4 individual in a team, and all these pointers will be discussed in a particular team. Don't shy away from giving any number. If you feel the performance is below par, give that number. If you feel the performance is excellent, feel free to give 5 as well. So I'm going to share the form in the group. and take around 10 minutes in discussing the same.
Let's form the team first.
Yeah.
We have a mix of guests.
So every team will have a veteran Toastmaster, a guest, and then all the other members. Yeah. So that we have a composition of someone who understands the club, someone who is new to the club.
Sure. So,
Yeah, 3 minutes, yeah.
yeah. So, let's have guests first.
Yes, so let's have
Yeah.
guests.
So,
All guests can take this side. And new members will can move to that. Yeah. Okay. Your feedback will be all members, regular members, if you can come to the side, then we can gather the which members, sorry? New members that side? Yeah. So I am getting one team, so one member can come from this side and come to this side. So in that way we can form a team.
Yeah, you can leave one thing.
One guest. In that way we have whole team. I think
Yeah, we can have more members.
We four are having.
Okay.
Similarly,
You can take
So
one.
maybe Bhanu, you can
Okay.
take one team.
So,
one from here.
I think 2 guests can come to my side.
Two guests can come.
One member.
yeah, so team 1 can sit
You
there.
can lead another team.
Yeah. So, Ganesh sir, yours is team 1. This is team 2.
Yeah. So you lead another team.
Team 3.
Team 3.
You lead, take guest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are we going to have some Excel form?
Yeah. So first let's form the team.
Let's
So
form the team.
naturally we take a new member and guest. You go to one place. Yeah. Toastmaster Sashi, you take one team. You and select or anyone you can join. Some guest.
आपकी टीम बड़ी है तो
Toastmaster
भी कर सकते
Prashant
हैं
or
बाकी तो ready है।
We have more guests.
no, new members plus guest. Let's make a combination. So how many